Hi guys, it's Mrs. Zekas. We're going to work today on indefinite and definite articles. You can find that on the same page as the colors in your study guide. So you'll see the two different article charts. One is for the indefinite articles and the other one is for the definite articles. And we will be copying the charts and the examples just like you normally copy your lessons, and I want you to be sure that you have the headings, the definite and the indefinite headings on each of your charts. Alright, notice indefinite articles in English, those translate to a or an or even some or a few. So for instance, a man, a doctor, some trees. That would be an indefinite article. Definite articles translate to the word the in English. So if I were talking about a shoe, I told you to bring me a shoe. You could bring me a shoe that's sitting in the middle of the aisle. You could bring me a shoe off someone's foot, a shoe out of someone's gym bag. But I wasn't specific. That's an indefinite article. But if I say bring me the shoe, then obviously I have a definite shoe, a specific shoe in mind that I want you to bring me, and that is a definite article, the. So notice also the labeling on each of the charts. You have masculine and feminine over here on the sides, and then you have singular and plural on the top of both of these. When you are writing your article charts, you also need to include the labels, masculine and feminine, singular and plural, on both of the charts. Alright, let's review the articles. So if I have a word that is masculine and singular, that gets the article un. If I have one that's masculine and plural, I get unos. Feminine and singular, una, and then feminine and plural, unas. For the definite articles, masculine and singular is el, masculine and plural is los. Feminine singular is la, feminine plural is las. Alright, then we have the question, how am I supposed to tell if a word, a noun, is masculine or feminine? We're going to do that by the endings. So first of all, let's look at our masculine articles here. Alright, a noun is going to be masculine if it refers to a male, first of all. So like if you know padre, it means father, then it refers to a male and definitely is going to get a masculine article in front of it. Or we could look at the endings. Ends in O, R, N, and L. Alright, you'll have to know those to be able to determine if a noun is indeed masculine or plural. So let's look at some examples. Un hombre, a man. Alright, hombre refers to man, so therefore it has to be masculine. El sombrero, the hat. Remember, sombrero here ends in O. And O is one of our masculine endings. Un doctor, a doctor. So doctor ends in R. R is one of our masculine endings. El camión, the truck. Camión ends in N, which is a masculine ending. And then unos árboles. A little bit tricky because it's plural. But plural and singular are not very hard in Spanish. They're very similar to the English. If a word ends in S or ES, it is plural. So the ES refers to the fact that it's plural. And really the ending here is the word el, árbol. So some trees, unos árboles. Now let's move on to the feminine. Alright, it refers to a female or ends in A-D-C-I-O-N or S-I-O-N. So if you look here, you'll realize that we're going to have to be careful with the letter N. We'll have to be careful with the letter N because N is a masculine ending. However, you've got C-I-O-N or S-I-O-N. So you have to put a little note out here to the side to be careful of N. Okay, so if N is part of C-I-O-N, S-I-O-N with the accent mark on the O, then it is actually feminine, not masculine. So let's look here. Una niña. So if you know that niña means girl, then you know that that has to be feminine. Unas manzanas, a few apples. So S makes it plural, but the A at the end makes it feminine. Una pared, a wall. So the D at the end makes this feminine. Las estaciones, the stations. The ES makes this plural, but the CION makes it feminine. Las estaciones, the stations. Una expresión, an expression. The SION at the end makes that feminine. Now there are some additional information at the bottom of your page about words ending in E or words ending in Z. They can go either way. They could be masculine or feminine, and there's some exceptions to the rule too. But right now we're going to worry about the rule, the fact that words that end in OR, N, and L are masculine, and words that end in A, D, C, I, O, N, and S, I, O, N are feminine. That's going to be our primary concern right now. We're not going to be tested over the ethers or the exceptions, just the masculine and just the feminine. Okay, now we're going to practice with some of our articles. When you do this practice on your own throughout this week, or when you actually take the test, you'll be given a chart. On that chart will be several columns. So the first column will ask you about singular or plural for the word. The second column will ask you for masculine or feminine. The third column will designate, it will actually be kind of given to you whether you're looking for the definite or the indefinite. If I can get the top of the I to write, it doesn't want to write. There we go. Definite or indefinite article. And then you'll be asked for the article itself. And of course you'll be given some nouns that you'll be using. So the first noun we'll use is gato. You guys probably already know that gato in Spanish means cat. Alright, so first of all we need to determine if gato is singular or plural. Okay, gato is singular, so we'll write an S in that column. Then, is gato masculine or feminine? It is masculine. It ends in an O. That's a masculine ending. That's something you're just going to have to memorize and know for the test. Alright, so it is masculine. Now, I would be telling you if I want definite or indefinite. So that's not actually something you'll come up with on your own. So, so let's say we want the definite article. Alright, I would be giving that information to you. So then I actually am going to write the article itself, the one that would go with gato, based on this information, that it's singular, masculine, that I'm looking for the definite article. So singular, masculine, definite is the article L. So El Gato would be the answer. So this column here, of course, with the nouns is given to you. This column here also with whether it's definite or indefinite article that we're looking for, that will also be given to you. It's the other three that you're going to have to fill in. And you'll be given credit for each one. So you'll be given, for example, maybe you'll be given 1 point for the first column, 1 point for the second column, but the article column, because that's kind of the point of all of this, the article column would be worth 2 points. Now, it may not be those exact designations. It might be 2 points, 2 points, and 4 points. But either way, the article column is going to be worth more. But I am going to give some credit for the fact that you at least were able to figure out it was singular or plural. You were at least able to figure out correctly that it was masculine and feminine. But then the more of the credit will come from knowing what the actual article is. Okay, let's do another one. Number 2. We'll do the word tia. Now, there's some important information we need to know about the word tia, and that is that tia in Spanish means aunt. Alright, and that's going to be important in just a moment. Okay, first of all, tia, we need to determine if it's singular or plural. It is singular. Secondly, we need to determine if it's masculine or feminine. Alright, because it refers to aunt, that's a female, so then we know it is feminine. And then, remember, this column is one I would give you, the definite or indefinite article, So let's say this time we're given indefinite article. We need to find the indefinite article. All right, so singular feminine indefinite is una. Una tia. All right. All right, we're going to do one more example here. Okay, the last word we're going to do here, we'll use the word zapatos. And I'm going to have to write it small to fit it in here. Zapatos. It means shoes, but we don't really even have to know what it means to do this process. So, first of all, is shoes or zapatos, is it singular or plural? All right, it has the S on the end, so therefore that's going to make it plural. Then, is it masculine or feminine? So we've got to look at the O here, and we know O again is a masculine ending, so it is masculine. Then, I would need to tell you if we want definite or indefinite article. For this, let's go ahead and do our indefinite article. All right, so plural, masculine, indefinite article would be unos. Unos zapatos. All right, so you'll be copying the articles, the everything from the section where it says indefinite and definite articles all the way down to where it says you will only be tested on the masculine and feminine. You don't have to write that statement, but everything above it, starting with the title definite and indefinite articles, you need to write all of that for your classwork assignment. And then this is just a little taste of what we will be doing when we actually start practicing these. We'll do daily practice on these throughout the rest of the week in preparation for our upcoming test.